Hi everyone, my name is Peter Pakulski. Today we will continue building financial model for a manufacturing business idea, and today we will be answering another very important question. What is the payback period of our business idea? I hope you will enjoy this video. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will be giving the link to the whole playlist where I will place all these tutorials. And when I will be done with this model, I will put on all the links how I created this financial model from scratch in the description of this video as well, so you can watch all the tutorials from scratch one by one. So let me just start with let me just walk you through the model that what we already done. So we have assumptions are marked with blue color, like this, like this, like this. All other cells are automized, they are formulas. So we have two products, product A and product B. We can switch them on and off from calculations to see the cash flow statement with or without this or that product. So we have two production lines. We can switch them on and off as well. For each line we can allocate the time for manufacturing of product A and product B. Then we specify when we start operating activity. Then we specify how fast we achieve the target revenues. Then we assume that we have 3 shifts for each production line. Then we specify how many hours we have in one shift, how many work days we have in each month inside typical year. Then we describe what raw materials participate in manufacturing process. Then we specify what raw materials are needed for product A production, product B production. Then we move to investment plan. Then we describe payroll which is linked to the shifts for each line number 1 and line number 2. Then we describe the payroll linked then we describe the payroll which is stable. Then we describe the payroll linked to the amount of units of product A and or product B produced. Then we started talking about revenue. So we assume that we have 3 types of customers for each product, and we may have different prices for different types of customers, different types of payments. Electricity costs. Then we move to direct expenses which are linked to the raw materials, amount of raw materials needed in manufacturing process. Then we started talking about direct costs that are linked to amount of shifts that we have monthly for line number 1 and line number 2. Then we were talking about packaging, pallets expenses. Then we moved to fixed costs with their seasonality. Then we started talking about the loan. And then we built the cash flow statement where we put all the expenses and revenues that we were modeling before. And after that we calculated the amount of financing needed for our business idea. And now it's time for us to calculate the payback period. So for that purpose I will create the timeline. So how we can calculate it? So we can calculate the payback period only if we have the cash flow statement done. So we need cash flow statement be prepared, and only if it is done, then we can calculate the payback period, simple payback period, discounted payback period, net present value, internal rate of return. So we need the cash flow statement be done. So I will be writing a very simple formula. So I will need, for a simple payback period, I will need the result from operating activity plus the result from investment activity minus principal payments minus interest payments. Now I'm pressing enter. Then I'm gonna extrapolate this formula to the right, and I'm gonna make it cumulative. So I'm gonna add the previous value. Now I'm gonna extrapolate this formula to the right, and now, so if we look at this line, so moment when red turns to black from negative to positive, so this means in September 2024 the project generates cash enough, which equals to generated cash equals to the amount of investment that was put inside our investment project. So this is the moment of payback period of the investments. So now we can, for example, so what is the payback period? Payback period value. So the logic is very simple. So if this value is less than 0, then we put 1, otherwise 0. So now I'm gonna extrapolate this formula to the right. Now we'll create a total for this line. So, and now we know that the simple payback period for our business idea is 20 months. And now we can create a diagram from this line. Let me just collapse these years. So now let's select this line, press insert, then the diagram, and this is the diagram that we need. Select the data, let's edit the data, pull the data from the area that we've just So for example, so here we can see some unrealistic numbers because of our inputs, so we didn't put the actual inputs. So let's assume that let's increase the amount of investment, let's say 2 billions. Okay, let's go further. Let's go up. Let's say that we are going to start operating activity in November 23. So here is the investment plan. Let's add somewhere here, for example, 2 billions. Now let's go down. So here are 2 billions that we've just added. So the simple payback period is 42 months now. And if we look at the diagram, the moment of payback period is the moment when this diagram crosses the timeline, this line or x-axis. So this is the moment when the generated cash equals to the amount of money that we need to start the business. So if we look, for example, at September 26 on the diagram, we can go, here it is. So this is the moment when red, negative, turns positive. So this is the moment in cash flow, this is the moment when the cash generated by the project itself equals to the amount of financing needed for the business idea. So we can see here that we need around $2,082,000,000, and if we go to the cash flow statement, we will be able to see that here. So we have, by the way, we have 0 moment here, and for this moment the project starts generating its own cash, and at this moment when red turns to black from negative to positive, the project has generated $2,097,000,000 of cash. So this is the moment when we have the payback period moment. On the diagram, this moment illustrates when the diagram crosses OX axis, the timeline. So this is this moment. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe this video was useful for you. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I'm finished with this model, I will be giving you all the links in the description of this video as well. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.